Hello, and welcome to Assurity's podcast, Tips from the Insurance Pros. In this series, we talk with sales pros as they share ideas and insights you can use today. I'm your host, Matt, and today we'll be discussing Assurity's single premium whole life and the new 101G rider. Today I'm here with Assurity's own Jeff McClendon, a regional sales manager and whole life sales expert. Welcome, Jeff. It's great to have you here with us today.
Well, thank you, Matt, and good morning to everybody.
First, would you mind sharing a bit of your background with our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started in the insurance business right out of college, and I will be celebrating my 21st year in the business here in just a few short months. But I'll tell you a little bit more. I spent the first couple years of my career, Matt, on the operations side of the business before I decided to join the sales team. So I really had a solid foundation understanding the process that an insurance transaction goes through at the carrier level. Probably one of the most rewarding parts of my career is when I decided to join the sales team and I started working with agents, advisors across the country, helping them protect their clients and their families with innovative insurance products. And I'd like to share with you, as we get started here, a brief story about my career. So as I mentioned, about 21 years ago, got into the insurance business, and a few short months after I got into the business, I was able to deliver a claim check to a family, a death benefit claim from a term policy to a family that had lost the father, their husband, in a car accident. It was a stay-at-home mother. They had 3 small children, and I walked into that house with that check and was able to deliver that to them. Now, I share this story with you because it impacted not only my life, but it impacted my career, because I saw the impact that that check had to that family. It didn't bring their father back. It didn't bring their loved one back, but at least it helped them out financially as they were going through that process. So from that point forward, I became very passionate about the insurance business because I got to see firsthand the impact that it had on family. So I'm very happy to be here and sharing my story today.
Yeah, that's a fantastic reminder of, I think, why we're all here. But let's move on to single premium whole life specifically. So let's start off with the basics. Why is single premium whole life insurance a great solution for many clients?
Yeah, absolutely. So, whole life insurance, Matt, has been around for decades. So it's a very, very familiar product with consumers today. And it has some very attractive features. You've got a guaranteed death benefit. You've got a guaranteed cash value. The beautiful thing is Assurity has created a single premium whole life product that is newer to the industry, but it's gaining a lot of attention from clients and advisors alike. We've been kind of stuck in this low interest rate environment for some time now. And I personally have seen clients that have money invested in CDs at some very, very low rates. And some of them are looking for alternatives for that lazy asset, that money, Matt, that they don't need necessarily to live on. They may need it down the road, but they're looking for a way to leverage that. And our single premium whole life product is a great option for them. On top of that, we do give access to the cash value in the policy in the form of loans. So it's not a situation where your money is locked away that you can never access. One other thing that I'll mention is, insurance products today offer many more features and benefits than they did 10 plus years ago. So if you have clients that have maybe cash value built up in a life insurance policy that's either not performing as expected, doesn't fit their needs, maybe they don't want to continue up to pay ongoing premiums, our single premium product is a great option for those customers.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely allows a little bit more of that flexibility, and especially with these low interest rates, CDs aren't quite as attractive as they used to be.
Yes, indeed.
Well, one of the most attractive features of Assurity's new single premium whole life insurance is that accelerated death benefit rider that's built right into the product. Jeff, I hear that you are a big fan of these. Can you talk to us about them?
Yes, absolutely. I am a huge fan of living benefits, and I like to share. I have seen firsthand the impact that living benefits can have on a family. Traditional life insurance, keep this in mind, traditional life insurance only pays out upon death. So while you're alive, there's really no benefit to a lot of insurance products out there. The beautiful thing about living benefits is it does give you access to a portion of that death benefit tax-free in your time of need. And I want you to keep one other thing in mind. Medical debt is one of the main causes of bankruptcy in America today. And, even a short stay in the hospital can cost into the tens of thousands of dollars. And with the rise of high deductible health care plans, this can really put a strain on the family. So having access to those living benefits while you're alive can be a savior for a lot of families. We offer the accelerated death benefit rider on our single premium whole life product up to issue age 75. So we're able to cover a very large demographic with this rider. This does allow you to accelerate a portion of the death benefit in the event of a terminal or chronic illness. So let's talk a little bit about how they work. A terminal illness is when you have been certified by a physician as having 12 months or less to live. So you were at the end stages of your life. Obviously, medical bills have likely piled up, and you may need to have access to some money to survive on. That terminal illness accelerated death benefit rider allows you to accelerate up to the full death benefit minus $10,000. You have to maintain a $10,000 residual death benefit there, but that is a tax-free advancement of the death benefit. Alternatively, the chronic illness rider available on this product is a true 101G rider. The way that ours work is, in order to qualify for the chronic illness accelerated death benefit rider, you have to be unable to perform 2 of 6 activities of daily living or have a severe cognitive impairment that requires substantial assistance. So with the chronic illness ADB, if you qualify, you can accelerate up to the IRS per diem, which for 2019 is $370 a day, which is roughly $135,000 a year. Now, this accelerated benefit is paid out in the form of a lump sum. And the really cool thing about this, Matt, your policy will continue. If you accelerate a portion of the death benefit, you have some remaining, your premiums will reduce down to the remaining benefit and your policy will continue. Now, before we move on, I want to point out an important factor here. This accelerated death benefit rider is generally paid out tax-free. So you can use this money to pay medical bills. Maybe you need to do some home repairs or modifications to your home. Or an example of a client that I talked to a few years ago was able to accelerate a portion of his face amount, and he decided because he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, he knew the end was near. He decided to use his money to take the kids and grandkids to Disney World on a family vacation. And I talked to him when he returned back, and he was extremely happy and very, very thankful that his life insurance policy gave him the option of spending a tremendous vacation with his family, knowing that he was towards the end of his life. So I am a huge fan of living benefits for that reason, because it can give you access to money in your significant time of need.
Yeah, and make those difficult times just a little bit easier.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, today's environment especially is a good time to be talking about single premium whole life and the living benefits. Can you explain why that might be?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned earlier, whole life in general is a familiar product and a very attractive product to consumers today because it does offer that guaranteed benefit. It does offer the guaranteed cash value. Ours is a participating policy, so you do have the potential to earn dividends, which can increase your overall benefit. And then when you add in the living benefits, being able to potentially access a portion of it prior to death, it's really a win-win. And also, not all consumers today are interested in paying ongoing premiums on their life insurance policy. So this is a great option for those customers that want to just be one and done. They want to pay one premium, have those guarantees built in, have access to a portion of it if they need it, and not have to worry about paying ongoing premiums.
Yeah, 100%. Now, you've mentioned throughout in your stories a few opportunities and a few examples of places where single premium whole life and the accelerated death benefit come in handy. But where should advisors be looking for opportunities with our single premium whole life insurance?
Number one, without question, reach out to your current customers. If you haven't done an insurance review with your clients within the past, let's say 9 to 12 months, I would encourage you to reach out to them. Maybe they have cash value in a life insurance policy, like I mentioned, that isn't performing, isn't meeting their needs. You can show them how they can leverage that, put it into our single premium product, and have a guaranteed benefit there without having to pay ongoing premiums. That's an attractive feature to a lot of customers, but you won't know that unless you go back and do that insurance review. So number one, start with your current customers. Do that insurance review. Find out if anything's changed in their life. I've got some advisors that are friends of mine, and they go out and they start talking about single premium type products around tax time, and people are getting tax returns. Those lump sums of money are a good opportunity with our single premium product. In addition to that, always ask for referrals. When you're meeting with your clients and you're helping them, before you leave that meeting, ask them for referrals. Do they have friends? Do they have family? Do they have neighbors that may need to hear your story and may need your help in their life insurance need?
Yes, and those referrals are a great way to keep up your business and make sure that you're able to get those clients in the door.
Yeah, and Matt, word of mouth marketing has always been my favorite. Having one of your clients recommend a friend, a family member, that's very rewarding.
Yeah, and an overlooked method in today's day and age, often enough. So, great reminder there.
Yeah.
Well, all in all, it sounds like we have a real winner with our new single premium whole life product. Jeff, do you have any final comments about what you like about this, or anything more you'd like our listeners to know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in today. Just like cell phones, insurance products today continue to change and get better. Every year, we are looking at opportunities to add more value to our products, to add more benefits to our products. And our single premium whole life is just one of many innovative products offered by Assurity. So I encourage you to follow our podcast series for more insights from our insurance pros. And thank you very much for tuning in.
Perfect. Jeff, thank you for coming on the show today. You've brought up a lot of valuable points that I'm sure will help out our listeners as they go about selling single premium whole life. And to our listeners, like Jeff said, thanks once again for tuning in to Tips from the Insurance Pros. If you'd like to learn more about single premium whole life insurance, reach out to your regional sales representative. Or you can email us at podcast@assurity.com and we'll be happy to connect you with reps in your area to take a deeper dive. If you already work with Assurity, we've got the full product specs and more tools for you available on AssureLink. Thanks for listening. For producer use only, not for use with the general public, not for use in New York. Assurity is a marketing name for the mutual holding company Assurity Group Incorporated and its subsidiaries. Those subsidiaries include, but are not limited to, Assurity Life Insurance Company and Assurity Life Insurance Company of New York. Insurance products and services are offered by Assurity Life Insurance Company in all states except New York. In New York, insurance products and services are offered by Assurity Life Insurance Company of New York, Albany, New York. Product availability, features, and rates may vary by state.